Once upon a time, in a quaint little town, surrounded by whispering woods with a beautiful river flowing through, there was a grand mansion. Tommy lived in this mansion with his loving parents. Tommy was an imaginative child with a heart full of curiosity and a love for his cherished dollhouse. This dollhouse, unlike any other, was a gift from his grandmother, and Tommy believed it held a magical secret. Every evening, after finishing his homework and chores, Tommy would run to his room and play with the dollhouse. It was a splendid miniature mansion, complete with tiny furniture, carpets, and even miniature dolls that seemed to have lives of their own when Tommy wasn't looking. But it wasn't until one stormy night that Tommy discovered just how magical his dollhouse truly was. As thunder rumbled and rain pattered against the windows, Tommy crawled into his cozy bag, falling asleep with dreams of adventures and mysteries. In the middle of the night, a soft glow emanated from the dollhouse, and Tommy awoke very surprised and a bit scared, looking at the dollhouse. As he stood up from his bed, the room filled with a bright light, and Tommy found himself inside the grand hallway of the dollhouse. Tommy's heart raced with excitement. He was inside the magical dollhouse, but as he looked around, he realized that this was no ordinary dollhouse. Each room was a portal to a different world, a world where imagination came to life. In one room, he found himself in a lush green forest where fairies flitted among the trees and colorful birds chirped overhead. In another room, he sailed across a vast ocean on a tiny boat, the waves crashing around him as dolphins leaped playfully in the water. Every room held new wonders and adventures for Tommy. He explored enchanted castles, danced with the talking animals at magical balls. He even rode on the back of a friendly dragon through skies filled with shimmering stars. But amidst all the excitement and wonder, as he looked at the happy family of dolls, Tommy began to miss his own family. He longed to share his adventures with his mom and dad, to tell them about the incredible places he had seen inside the dollhouse. One day, as Tommy wandered through a room filled with floating islands and cotton candy clouds, he came across a wise old wizard. The wizard had a long flowing beard and twinkling eyes that seemed to know everything. He looked at Tommy and asked him,
"Ah, young Tommy, I sense a longing in your heart. What troubles you, my child?"
Tommy hesitated for a moment, then poured out his feelings to the wizard. "I miss my family. I love exploring these magical worlds, but I wish I could share them with my mom and dad." The wizard nodded thoughtfully and then said,
"Tommy, my boy, the magic of this dollhouse lies not only in the adventures it offers, but in the love and connections it fosters. Remember, it is the people we care about and the memories we create together that make life truly magical."
Tommy pondered the wizard's words. He realized that while the dollhouse was an amazing place full of wonders, it was just a reflection of the love and imagination he shared with his family. With renewed determination, Tommy bid farewell to the wizard and set off on a quest to find his way back home. As he ventured through the different rooms of the dollhouse, each one more fantastical than the last, he kept his family close to his heart. Finally, after what seemed like ages of exploring, Tommy discovered a tiny door tucked away in a corner of the dollhouse. He pushed it open and stepped through, feeling a rush of warmth and familiarity wash over him. To his delight, Tommy found himself back in his own room, standing next to the dollhouse. The magical glow had faded, but the memories of his adventures remained vivid in his mind. Tommy ran downstairs to find his parents, his heart bursting with excitement. He couldn't wait to tell them about the incredible journey he had been on inside the dollhouse. Tommy excitedly called his parents. "Mom, Dad, you won't believe what happened. I went on the most amazing adventure." His parents turned from their chores, smiling warmly at their son's enthusiasm. Tommy launched into his tale, recounting his encounters with fairies, dragons, and wizards, his eyes shining with excitement. As Tommy finished his story, his parents exchanged a glance and shared a proud smile. "That sounds incredible, Tommy," his dad said, ruffling his hair affectionately. "But you know what? The most magical thing about your adventure is seeing how much you have grown and learned." Tommy looked puzzled. "What do you mean, Dad?" His mom knelt down and took his hands in hers. "Tommy, you have shown us that with a little imagination and a lot of heart, you can find magic in everyday things. You have taught us to believe in the power of dreams and the importance of family." Tommy beamed with happiness. He realized that the real magic wasn't inside the dollhouse. It was in the love and support of his family, who encouraged him to dream big and explore the world around him. From that day on, Tommy continued to cherish his dollhouse and the adventures it inspired. But more importantly, he cherished the love and bonds that made every day a new and exciting journey. And whenever he looked at his magical dollhouse, Tommy knew that the greatest adventure of all was the one he shared with the people he loved the most.
Thank you for watching. If you like this story, give us a like and share. Subscribe to this channel for more such inspirational stories.